Okay, we are recording. You guys, happy May! Who's excited for May?
Me. It's my birthday next week.
Wow,
Just
that's
to let you all
wonderful.
know.
What?
I said just to let you all know.
Just so we have it on the calendar, friends. Okay, Lindsay's birthday. Happy Lindsay's birthday month. And yeah, so first of all, happy To Be Mindset Day. Who has theirs? Who got it?
Not yet.
Okay, you guys, I have been doing even more and more research, like as you know, as it's like coming up, and I'm like, oh, I gotta like know more about this. This is going to be game changing, and here's why. Because exercise is one thing, you guys, and it's so important. And a lot of people do have blocks to exercise, but I will share, and perhaps this is my, the people that are attracted to me. The majority of my customers, my challengers, struggle with their nutrition more than anything else. They can bust out their fitness program. They can get up. They'll get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, or they'll bust it out at 10 o'clock at night, or but it's nutrition that they kind of like teeter with even throughout the program. But more than that, it's oh wait, I went through an amazing program and I got incredible results. And then as soon as it was done, I freaking went the other way and I started like binging on all the chocolate and all the wine and all the chips and all, right? Like I can speak to that literally because I've done it. You have seen my Shift Shop results, right? But like my story has been, I've always struggled with, and I'm a really healthy eater, like normally, but will just go too far when I'm not on a plan. And that's not sustainable for life. Either way, going too far or being too strict. This To Be Mindset is literally meant to help people change the course of how they look at food, how they bring food into their body. And there are, like, she's got videos on how to go grocery shopping, how to pick the type of yogurt that is good for you. She's got videos on how to order out and how to talk to your kids about food and all sorts of amazing things. So honestly, do yourself a favor. Do your future challengers a favor. Get To Be Mindset and start educating yourself. Because here's the thing, you guys, like you might not be super jacked up about it right now. Like maybe you're in 80-day obsession mode and you're like, I'm following 80-day obsession. I don't need To Be Mindset. True for where you currently are, but with the To Be Mindset, it's more than just like drinking from the water bottle and eating like the prescriptive, or not the prescriptive food, but the food that's there. It is becoming more knowledgeable. It's taking in the knowledge so that you can share with challengers. You're not learning the ins and outs of a program with this, you guys. You are literally learning the ins and outs of a lifestyle. And that's what people want when they join us. And they want to know what they can do throughout every program. How do you go grocery shopping? Oh, wait, here's this quick video. You should watch this. Or you guys are going to get little tidbits of knowledge, and knowledge is power. And if you want to grow a successful fitness and wellness business, you really need to start getting a handle on understanding nutrition, not fads, not, subscribing to this method or that method, like true nutritional knowledge. So important. Go get To Be Mindset. It's $20 off today. And I just got it, you guys, like an hour ago. And so it's $20 off. And with our coach discount, it's like $85. So like in terms of no-brainerisms, that's it. So much knowledge, you guys. So much knowledge. And I know the types of things that she's talking about. People pay literally $1,000 per session to learn these things. We get to learn it all for $85, and we get to then transmit it with confidence. Yeah, it's access to all the videos. You get everything. Good question, Donna. And share it with confidence and help people really make life-changing decisions for themselves and just become more empowered within their knowledge. Okay, good.
Jill, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you'll know this, but Hannah and I were actually just talking about it because I was looking in the back office at some of like the challenge, like there's a challenge group guide for it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I haven't really done all of my research on it, so I don't really know. But I'm like, can we run a challenge group for it? Because it's like 30 days. But I'm like, do we do it through the My Challenge Tracker app or the new app that's launching on the 4th of June? Like, I'm having a little bit of like, how do I launch this?
You know what? I'm not positive about that.
Okay.
I imagine that if you go in the back way of the My Challenge Tracker app,
Yep.
if it's there as an option, that might be kind of an easy way to like figure that out. Yeah, but that's a really good question.
Because I want to run a group, like a specific group to it, so that we can all, and I'm aware that it's not like a start and stop group, because it's just more of an educational kind of piece.
Yeah.
But I would love to do a group with it and like kind of learn alongside like my customers and coaches. So we were kind of talking about that, but I hadn't really looked enough anyways to know. I just didn't know off the top of your head.
No, that's a great question. And I don't know off the top of my head, but I think that the cool thing about this is going to be the type of thing that forever and ever, amen, you'll be able to mix things up in your business with, you guys. Like so for me, I'm not running a group like right away. I have always ran a group as soon as everything is launched. But and you guys know I've shared this a lot. Like, I'm going through a lot of healing stuff with my body and my nutrition. I want to give myself a little bit of grace to really experience this for me.
Yeah.
And then run a very soulful, mindful group in the future with it. You don't have to do that. You literally could say, I'm doing this. I'm going to figure it out as I go and kind of create a group and go from there. That's how I've run every single one of my other groups, you guys. And it's super effective and it's super impactful. But this is the type of thing that, like, maybe it's October, right? And you're like, you know what? Like, there haven't been any new, like, program launches, and I really just want to mix it up. And let's head into the holidays really getting focused on mindset with nutrition. You could do this then. You could do a group right after Christmas. Like, also just so many different things that are available to you with this. And that's why it's super important to just learn about it and experience it and just gain the knowledge. You may not follow it, but I guarantee that the knowledge that's going to come is really, really, really going to help your entire business, particularly if you don't have a background in nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the second thing that I want to share with you guys is, it's not quite Beachbody related, but everything that I do encompasses all of me, and you guys are my team, and I want you guys to be the first to hear this because it's a really cool thing. So I am going to be launching probably within the next week or so. I'm waiting to hear back from my venue, but you guys, I am running my own personal development event in Portland, Maine in October. It's going to, I guarantee you this right now, it's going to be freaking life-changing. Like, this has been a calling of my soul for, like, I could get emotional talking about it because I've been meant to do this. And I'm just giving you guys the heads up because I know it's going to sell out like over time. I will be posting in our page with the early bird ticket prices October 13th. Right in Portland. It's going to be a day-long event. I have 3 incredible speakers, which I'm not going to share the speakers yet, but you guys are going to die. That's all I have to say. 3 incredible speakers and myself lined up to inspire and like basically make you cry at the event and really help like shift soul stuff. So it's going to be an incredible day, and I'm just giving you the heads up that that's coming so that when I post in the team page, you're not like, what the heck? I don't have that, but I see lots of stuff going on. Oh, Erin knows. She's been well aware of the date for a very long time. She's like, I know. So yeah, it's not Hannah. Kara will be at another event of mine though. I can guarantee you that. So funny. So that just happens to be your long weekend in your school calendar. Perfect timing. Yeah, so more to come with that, but I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. I'm going to leave you cliffhanging a little bit with that, but just know it's going to be freaking game changing. Life, business, self-discovery, self-love, future planning, showing up in the world in your truth, like soul shifting day for you. So keep an eye out. And make sure you grab the early bird tickets when they become available because they will sell out, you guys. And it's going to be an amazing venue. So I did not post in the team page because I wanted it to be a surprise. But I'm not running tonight's team call. Jessica Mears is. Jess is going to be sharing with us a lot. If any of you were on the call last week, you saw like there are some shifts happening for many of the people that were there. And Jess messaged me afterwards and she goes, I need to run a team call. And I was like, you sure do. You can do it next week. So I'm going to turn the microphone over to you, girlfriend, and sit back and I'm going to participate in the chat right along with everybody else.
Yay! Hi, guys. Oh my God, look at all of you. That's so gorgeous. Okay, so we're going to transition because a lot of what I have to say tonight goes under like your personal development. Obviously, you can apply this to Beachbody. You can apply this to your entire life. So I'm going to, hold on. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys to sit quietly with me for a second and clear your mind because what I have to say tonight is actually really, really good. And I want to make sure that every single one of you receives this in the way that you were meant to. And the only way we're going to be able to do that is if we clear our minds from everything that's going on today, last week, and just let it melt away. So if this is new to you, do the best that you can. At first, when somebody asked me to like meditate, I was like, what? Weirdo. But it's really awesome. So if you guys could just close your eyes for a second, I just want you to take some really deep breaths and exhale with a inhale. If you need something to focus on, you can put your eyes to the middle of your forehead. And as you exhale, I want you guys to just let everything melt away. Everything from your day, everything that's been on your mind because it's not going to serve you right now. Just let everything fall. Be so present in this moment right now. What are your surroundings like? What do you smell? What are your sensations? What are you sitting on? Every single thought that comes in that doesn't serve you, I like to picture going out on a little paper boat. It'll come back later. Take a few more deep breaths. One more. You can wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, come back to the room. I hope you guys are feeling so relaxed right now. I know I am. So it's so funny too, because within the last 4 weeks, I have completely changed the trajectory of my life. It's unreal. And I was talking to Jillian the other day and she had asked me, when did it start? Like, what was your moment? And I was like, that's a good question. I should probably think about that. And it actually came to me today as I was thinking about, what I wanted to share with you guys, which to be completely honest is a little bit of everything. And it all started with my vision and my vision board. And I realized that for the past 3 years, you guys, I've been a coach for 3 years and I've been going about vision boards all wrong. It's not just a collage of photos that you look at. It's the power behind the vision board. That's what makes it so strong. That's what makes you so strong. So as I was sitting there and thinking about what I wanted to be on my vision board, I really had to get quiet. And I had to listen to myself. And you guys, every single need, every single desire that is placed in your heart is there because you were meant to have it. Okay, there is nothing but love. If you're a fan of Gabby, you know that nothing but love is true. If you feel any fear, with anything that's going on in your life, I want you to think of this. And I mentioned it to Julia in the team page like a week ago or so, a couple weeks ago. And it is that, do you think that God, the universe, whomever you subscribe to, would place you on this path if they didn't think that you could handle it? The same God that created the flowers, love, earth, babies, like all of these amazing, beautiful things in this world. Do you really think that it would set you up with something that you couldn't handle? No. And it gives you these desires, and it places all of these things into your heart because you were meant to achieve them. These are for you, and they are only yours. So as I was making my vision board, I was looking around, and I was just thinking to myself, like, what do I really want? What do I really want in life? Because that's such a big question. Like, we don't really know. I had to realize that behind every single little part of my vision board, and I'm looking at it right now, it's about being in that moment every single day. It's about feeling that sense of happiness and accomplishment for stuff that you haven't accomplished yet. But why can't you feel that amazing every single day? It's about what brings you back to your essence of who you really are. What makes you feel you? What makes you feel so happy that you could cry? Is it art? Is it music? Is it worship? All of these things, when you get quiet and really understand what you want and you put them on your vision board, that's where your power comes from. So every single day for the past 4 weeks, as I'm brushing my teeth, actually, I look at my vision board and I just go through every single little thing on there. And I mean, at least I know for 3 minutes every single day that I'm going to be spending time. And I just feel what it would be like to accomplish everything on my vision board. And that's when my life changed, essentially. That's when I realized that I wasn't living the way that I saw myself living in the future. What can I do today to make sure that future Jess is living the life that I want right now? So, it comes down to, what are you doing daily? How do you want to feel, you guys? Do you want to feel, I wanted to feel for so long happy, fulfilled, I don't know, like peaceful, inner peace, motivated. And I had to think to myself, what am I doing daily to really honor how I want to feel? Was I scrolling through Facebook first thing in the morning? Yep. Did that give me anxiety? Yep. What was I doing at night? Was I crawling into a messy bed? Was I, oh my God. I'm like peeking at the chat, but I'm also like, no, Jess, don't peek at the chat. But I love it. Okay, I love what's going on. So anyway, what was I doing? And all of these actions that I was doing every single day, waking up when my son wakes up and immediately it's like, go, go, go. I was, staring at my phone a lot, wishing that I could feel a certain way and just not doing it. And then I realized that my actions really did have to honor how I wanted to feel. So I completely changed how I spend my days now. When I wake up, there's no cell phone for the first hour. It's just me. And I listen to music that makes me feel good. My soul music is Celtic music. I don't know if anyone, some people like, I don't know, Metallica. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's whatever feels good to you, but it's what brings you into that place of peace and what brings you into that place of a clear mind. And that I'm starting my day really focused on myself. And as we go through these days and, being moms, being sisters, being daughters, being friends, we might feel guilty for spending all of this time on ourselves and spending all of this time. Can we mute people? Thanks. I am going to look him up. So you might feel a little guilty, but guys, as we all know, in life and in business, we can only give what we have. So what do you have? Are you giving yourself the proper space to really think and plan out your day? Are you spending time being grateful for what you are? All of these things that we use to fill our cups, we have to take time to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I start my day off and I make my coffee and I make my list of gratefuls, and it's completely different from how I was running about my day. And my actions now are honoring exactly how I want to feel. I want to wake up, before my son wakes up and have that time for myself. And I want to go to bed knowing that what I've done today isn't going to carry into tomorrow because I've taken care of everything. I have, for the sake of time, I'm not going to go through all of these morning and evening ritual ideas that I've been doing. But if anybody has any questions, I'd be more than happy to give you some examples. I feel like the most important question that you have to ask yourself when you're thinking about how you want to feel and how you want your future to feel and what you want, every day as you look at your vision board, you have to ask yourself, and this really hit home for me, how are you going to feel if nothing changes? How are you going to feel? Are you going to feel like crap? Because I knew I was going to feel like crap. And there's no way that I am going back at all. So with this vision board and my new power behind my vision and my desires, not only have I changed the way that I spend my days to honor how I want to feel, but I've changed my mindset around fitness and nutrition, you guys, and confidence. So when you talk about bringing yourself back to the essence of who you are and doing the things that you truly love, it automatically builds your confidence because you are amazing. Just being a human makes you worthy of everything, and everything that you've been through up until the point you were born just makes you more of a badass. So as you really listen to who you are, not only are you able to better serve others, but you're growing your confidence, and that's what's going to help you go through life, go through your business, and really appreciate who you are. Have you ever walked into a room and you feel the energy and like someone else walks in and automatically like you can see and you can almost feel how much confidence that they might not have, and all you want to do is give them a hug because you're like, oh my God, like I just want to hug you because you're an amazing human and I want you to know that. But you're raising your energy and frequency higher so you can raise them up. When you have the confidence, not only are you able to do that, but you're able to keep it and hold it for yourself. And it all stems from just listening to your inner guide, listening to who you are. If you feel anything, that first instinct of, hey, okay, maybe I should do this instead. That's your inner guide. That's your intuition. When I got off that call last week with Jillian, the first thing I said to myself was, I kind of want to talk. I just want to talk. And I was like, I could ignore that because I could think that somebody else has something better to say, but I can't ignore this. And this is what you really shouldn't ignore. When you align with who you really are, that's when the magic happens, you guys, because you are freaking amazing. And you have so much to offer this world. So, confidence, money. I've completely changed my thoughts around money, you guys. And it's so funny too, because money's such it's almost like an icky topic, but it definitely doesn't have to be. There has been, and again, for the sake of time, I won't go through everything that I've done, but realizing that money is not everything that I have attached to it from my past. We attach thoughts, feelings, and circumstances to items around us and to situations around us. We are not these things, right? We are not the situations around us. We are what we can control. And I've been tying all of these icky things around money. And I realized to myself, the other day, actually, because this money thing is actually fairly new, that it's energy. Money is it's just energy. When you look at it as something that can really help you live your best life, your mindset completely changes, you guys. The last team call that I did, I don't even remember when, sometime within the last 3 months of last year. Yes, Liza and Rachel, amazing. Those were amazing team calls. I went back and I was talking to you guys about how I had that Saturday when I had to go from Saturday to Wednesday with $7 in my checking account. And I can confidently tell you that has not happened since. And nothing's changed. I haven't changed my job. I haven't created these insane budgets, but my energy and my mindset around how money is in my life has changed tenfold. It's really, really great. You know, every single time I feel as if my life is in lack, and you guys I highly recommend you do this. I've been creating an abundance log. So it doesn't matter if you're lacking in confidence, if you're lacking in, whether or not you are worthy of these dreams and desires that you have, you can look at your abundance log. And I've written everything in there, from compliments that people give me to a penny that I found on the ground, a paycheck. The other day, my mom bought me an iced coffee. I put that in there. All of these things, guys, we are so abundant. We live such amazing lives, but it's so easy to realize, to only focus on the negative circumstances than the positive. And you guys, that is something that I'm telling you without judgment. We all do it. It's important for us, though, to realize where these thoughts and feelings come from. Are they really serving us? Are they really serving our future selves? And how can we turn that around? How can we make this into something positive? So every time I'm feeling like, I don't know, like, can I really do this? Is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? I look at my abundance log. I look at my grateful sheets. It's so important to stay into, as you guys know, though, it's so important to stay in this place of gratitude, because the universe, God, they're not going to give you anything more unless you really, truly appreciate what you have. So it's just so important to stay into that place of gratitude, and think to yourself every day, is this the legacy that I want to leave? Is this how I want to carry myself to help future me get all of these dreams and desires that stand before me right now, that have been placed into my heart for a reason, without fear? You can fearlessly pursue everything that you want because it's yours for a reason. And I think that's very comforting to know. I think it's nice to know that your soul knows what's coming before you do. Isn't that nice? So every single day for the past 4 weeks, I have been asking myself, what am I speaking into existence? Am I speaking kindly to myself? Am I living my best possible life through gratitude, through faith, through making my soul happy? And you know what? Visions change, you guys. On my vision board, when I first started, I'm going to be completely honest with you right now. I had diamond on there, and I was like, I'm going to be diamond by June. It's still a goal of mine. But other goals have taken the forefront of my heart and my soul. So as I am continuing my road through Beachbody, I'm doing it my way, and I'm taking a different approach because it's what feels good to me. So don't feel weird if if your goals change or your vision changes. It's changing for a reason. It's what you want and need in this time and place. I always loved, and it took me a minute to wrap my mind around this, but I always loved the saying, we are all souls living a human experience. And at first I was like, I'm not really sure what that means to me. And now I'm like, you know what? It's amazing. It's so important that we do these things, that honoring how we want to feel, that feed our soul so that we can go into situations or experiences and experience it with a level of energy and love that we were meant to, right? You don't want to look back at an experience and be like, oh, I really wish I had a different mindset. I really wish I would have experienced that differently. It's all about how we show up every single day. And you guys, everything that I'm saying, if you can even follow me, it's not about ripping off the Band-Aid. It's not about overhauling your life, you guys. It's about taking small baby steps that equal the bigger goal. Each step counts. So when you look through your day, when you ask yourself what you truly want from, for your vision, what steps are going to take you there? You don't have to change. I feel like a lot of the time, that's why people can't commit to, nutrition or fitness or exercise because they try too much all at once. And it's just not something that I personally have been able to sustain when I try to take, a bite bigger than I can chew. It's about those smaller steps that really honor us and how we want to feel. And it all counts. Trust me. Even something as simple as making my bed in the morning so I can accomplish something first thing, or take a shower on my list of to-dos just so I can cross it off, makes me feel like a boss. There was one more thing that I wanted to share with you guys, and this has completely changed like everything, because I'm blowing through everything that I've learned so far because I could talk for literally, like in my challenge groups, I'm running calls on every single one of these topics and they're all an hour long. Like, it's crazy. So I'm giving you guys like my cliff notes. I promise I am here for you if you have any questions at all. But there is one thing that I've been doing that is so huge, and it's called, in true Jess fashion, it's called an F Your Fears journal. And basically, you write your fear down. Your biggest fear that you are at this moment is giving you so much anxiety. And you write all of these little things underneath. Put a big X through your fear and ask yourself, is this true? Are all of these little things true? Because chances are they're probably not true. And you turn them around. Okay. So for example, let's use this call as an example. I would put, I'm afraid that nobody would care what I have to say. And then you would put, okay, why? Like, why? Why do I feel that way? Is that really true? And it's like, no, you were put in this place for a reason. Like, somebody who is listening to me right now really needs to hear what I have to say. You guys, it's just an example, but you get it. And you can so easily calm the stormy waves and waters that give you these fears and anxieties, because they're just not fun. They're not fun at all. And you know what? I think that's it. That's really, like, there's so much that I could say, but I think I'm going to leave it there. And I'm going to let you guys ask me questions if you want me to elaborate, because I've gone through a lot pretty quickly.
Dude, that was so good. My mind is exploding. Who's got questions? Who wants clarification? Who wants to talk about something specific?
I haven't even looked at the chat yet.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
So the fears thing, I'm still kind of wrapping my head around it, but I feel like with the fears idea that lately I've been like, oh, I have this like one big fear right now, and I've been kind of like journaling about it, and I've been kind of been like, well, like, I know I'll feel something soon. That'll really make me feel better about it. But I love that you, Jess, were just like, F the fear. Like, I feel like I've been like thinking about it so like, well, I'll wait. But like, no, I just need to be like, screw it and really like go full force on it. And I love the idea of physically writing it down and putting a huge X through it. Like, this is a fear that I can't just wait around for it to go away. Like, I need to head it full force. What's that called? Like, go for it head first. I don't know. What am I trying to say?
Cannonball!
Yeah, just like go for it. So thank you, because that's what I need to hear. And I feel like I feel in my heart that like I would rather just like go for it full force than just wait around.
Mm-hmm. Then that's what you need to do. Yay!
The thing about fear too, Hannah, is that fear keeps us safe. You guys, that's where that's where a lot of fear stems from. It's because at one point that story kept us safe, right? Mm-hmm. It's like don't go out there because there's a saber-toothed tiger. I'm afraid to go outside in the dark because there's a saber-toothed tiger. But our 2 bazillion-year-old brains haven't figured out that, like, oh, actually, this isn't life or death. This is just an untrue thing. But we create all these stories that align with our fears to help us play small so that we don't get eaten by the saber-toothed tiger. It's when you look at it and you ask yourself the question, is this true? That you're like, no. And why am I dancing around this? Like, Hannah, even the way that you were talking about that, like, oh, like it was almost like you were tenderly holding on to your fear. You're like, oh, thanks for sticking around, fear. Like, this is really great. Thanks for like helping me stay small here. And now you're like, wait, what? Like, no.
I always used my fears. It's like it gives you this false sense of control. And when you try to work through these new mindsets and these new ways of like busting through these fears, it's almost like as hippie as this sounds, like you're in a forest and you have all of these paths that are like really dark and scary, but you know them. And even though they're painful every single day, you have these beliefs and you have these fears and these scary things that are keeping you safe, even though it's painful on the daily. And in order to flex that muscle, you kind of have to like build your own path. And it's going to be hard and you're going to stumble, but you're going to get there. It's just like when you start with 3-pound weights and you go to like 15s or 25s, you guys. It's just a muscle that you flex every single day. Beliefs are just the thought that we choose to have. And in order to change our lives, we just have to believe something different. And no, it's not easy, but it can totally be done.
That was so eloquent what you just said. Like you just rocked that like
Totally
small, like soliloquy so much. Like boom.
I totally agree.
So I have a question, Jess. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hi, Erin.
Okay. So let me ask you this. How do you differentiate between fears that you need? Because like for me, it's like fear and shame sometimes go together, right? So how do you differentiate between the ones that you just need to X out and be like, forget it, then the ones that you're kind of like, I need to work through this? Does that make sense? Because I feel like, because I'll be honest with you, that's what I struggle with. Like I hide behind a lot of shit. And my struggle is like, what do I need to work with? Like, what do I need to work through? Because some of it I need to work through. But I feel like some of it too, it's like you're just hanging on to it because it's baggage and it keeps you back, and then you don't have to worry about, I don't know, the next thing that might fail or the next thing that you might fear. So how do you figure that out?
Okay, so there are some things where I have, it's a fear because it is shame. And I'm like, all right, but that's where it starts. So start with the ones that you're really confused about, the ones that you don't really feel like you know where to go, and dig deeper. And it's so hard and it can be so difficult because we kind of have to get really honest with ourselves and ask ourselves, where is this really stemming from? Like why am I really feeling this way? Is there a situation that I'm truly afraid of? And it's going to take a lot of journaling. But what I've done is, you ask yourself, where did this stem from? And then you figure that out. And then you say, okay, well, how is this serving me right? Like how is this protecting me? How is this keeping me here? Basically, how is this keeping me where I am right now? And is it keeping me here for a good reason or a bad reason? And it took a lot of digging, and the fears and the feelings that really freaked me out the most, those are the ones that I knew I needed to change. And that probably took the longest. It was like the hardest thing ever because they were so big. And, getting real with yourself is like, no one wants to do that, right? You'd rather just like brush it off, but it's just something. And, I sit quiet and I play my feel-good music, and I just have to ask myself, is this how I want to spend the rest of my days? Like, what legacy am I leaving behind if I want to figure, like, do I really want to figure this out now? Yes, you do. So basically, the ones that freak me out the most are the ones I know I need to change right away. And the ones that I really am unsure about, I am asking myself, why am I so unsure about this? Where is this stemming from? Where is the root of this fear? And then I just go from there, and eventually it's like you start at the top of the page really tiny and you go really big, and all of a sudden it's a pyramid, and it's like, boom, there's your answer. And then once you see that without judgment and you realize this is a place that you're coming from, you are able to heal it, and you're able to love it, and you're able to thank it. But it's been, it's definitely not something easy, but so worth it.
Can I add on to that? So Erin, feel it in your body. and in order to feel it in your body, you have to actually witness it, like what it is. So like, I know that we get caught up in the, I've got so many fears, but oftentimes that's just the reel that we're playing in our head. We're not actually looking at the actual fear itself. So you'll know, like if you have to literally talk them through, like, I'm afraid of this. Ask yourself where you feel it in your body, and ask yourself if you can easily release that. You'll know. Intuitively, you'll know. But we get caught up behind the, I have so many fears, but we don't look at them individually. And so we kind of lump them into like an internal fear basket. It's when you finally pick them apart and you say, okay, this one, like, I could just let this go. Like we know, you guys, we are wise. Within our bodies is our soul, and our soul is made up of tons of different versions of us, including the tiny versions of us, the teenage versions, the 20-year-old versions. But we also have that wise guru version. It's like the version of us that we have yet to discover, but like she's already within us, you guys. So if you bring to her the individual fears, she'll know which ones you can let go of easily. And here's the thing, you're always going to be working through fears, you guys. I went to the Ignite Your Soul Summit this past weekend, and like something came up for me, and I'm like, I thought I worked on that. Like, I thought I let that one go. But it just came up in a different way for me, and I got to come at it from a different angle, and I really let it go this weekend, and that felt great. So there are going to be things that over time that will resurface. It's called being human, right? Like, we got some stuff. We are wired deeply. So I would say feel it in your body. If you're feeling it in your heart, that's something that you get to work through. You get to spend a little time with. If you feel it in your gut, typically many healers and many light workers will tell you if you feel something in your gut, it's not yours. So those are things that you can release pretty early on. But if you're feeling it in your heart, in your head, if you get body aches over it, that's something that is pretty deep-seated. Hopefully the combination of those two answers is helpful.
Wait,
I love
have a
that.
question.
Yeah.
So when you say you feel it in your gut, it's not yours, meaning like something that you shouldn't worry about?
Well, it's meaning like, well, because I know for me, when I feel something in my gut, it's like that sick, like, oh, but
Yeah.
oftentimes it was placed there by someone else or another person's belief or pre-programming from the outside world. A lot of my guilt I feel in my gut, and ultimately my guilt stems from not feeling good enough, not feeling X, Y, or Z because of the what's the word? It's an A word. Like not acceptance. Hold on, it'll come to me. Expectations, not an A word, it's an E word. Expectations of other people that they've put on to me.
Yeah.
And if I feel like I'm not living up to them, I feel that in my gut, but then I remember, oh, wait, that wasn't a decision I made. That was a decision someone else placed on me. I can let that go.
Okay.
This is deep stuff, you guys. This is good.
Uh-huh. We are just going there these
We're
days.
going there. Sure are.
Erin, what are you thinking about? I always like to know.
Oh my gosh, Lindsay,
I know, you're like, shut up.
you just like stop. No, I love it. I'm like, quit putting me on the spot. No, but like, I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, like, first of all, I don't know if I like want to laugh, cry, curl up in a ball, like,
Scream.
I have no idea these days sometimes.
That's what you look like.
Yeah.
Right. Or like scream or yell or punch something. I don't know. I have a lot of different right now, which is, I guess, is a good thing. But I'm sitting here thinking to myself about, you're talking about like if you're feeling things in your gut versus feeling things in your heart. And I'm already sitting here going through this like list, right, that I've created for myself. And quite honestly, the of them are in my gut. And like, I'm already sitting here thinking, well, that doesn't belong to you. This one doesn't belong to either. Neither does this one. Neither does that one. And I have no problem telling you that it's like you start thinking that, and then you start going, holy, what am I going to hide behind now? Because then there's nothing to hide behind. And like, that's the way my brain goes, because you're like, well, and then if I can't hide behind this, well, then what am I going to do? And then in my brain, right, because this is how fast my brain works, no wonder I can never keep up with myself, is who am I going to lose if I'm no longer hiding? Because when I'm no longer hiding, that means my true self is going to be out there. And I don't know that there's a whole lot of people that actually know who that person is. And I honestly don't even know if I know who that person is. And that's super tough.
Yeah.
But this is like something that I've been feeling anyways, and it's been like super on my heart. So the fact that I'm on here tonight listening to this is like, oh my God. I mean, it's a good, oh my God. Like, this is like a happy, weird cry. So there you have it. There's all my crap.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Thinking,
and we're holding space for you, because that's like truth. Like, there it is, you guys. But like, here it is. The true you is worthy. The true you is worth knowing. The true you is worthy of being known. All of you, take that in for a second. When you're not hiding behind the crap, when you're not keeping yourself small because other people told you should, when you're standing firm in who you actually are, that person, that soul is worthy and worth knowing. For my mastermind, I did a whole talk about worthiness. Maybe I can tailor something for us here about worthiness, because it's deep, you guys. We have a lot of deep-seated stuff that try to tell us that we're not worthy, that try to keep us playing small, and it's just not the freaking case. Just like Jessica said, every single one of us is born with these innate rights, and over time we hide them, we shame them, we get pushed down, we get pushed around. You guys, the truth is, our true selves are screaming to come out. And yeah, you may lose people. You may push the envelope on what is acceptable or what is not. But when you're living within your truth, you don't subscribe to any limiting beliefs that others have placed on you. And ultimately, when we say you may lose people, it's only because you have up-leveled in such a way that you have brought new people who get it into your life. You don't have space for those that don't. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to be unkind and that you have to like kick everybody to the curb. That just means that you're going to elevate. You're not going down anymore. If they want to spend time with you, they need to raise to where you are. I don't know if you guys have listened to my podcast with Kelsey Abbott. It aired last week, and she talks about the 7 energy levels. It's hugely helpful. Mm-hmm. Hugely helpful to help you understand them. And as you raise your vibrational frequency, as you show up more in your truth, you're going to know how to best navigate those energy levels, and you're not going to go down anymore. Or when you do, you're going to have the people that get it truly surrounding you to help you back up.
And that's why we have this.
Yeah. And case in point, team calls Wednesday nights at 8:30. Anything else for Jess, you guys? I think we need to start calling these therapy sessions, I know.
Jess, thank you so much.
Yeah, sister. You crushed it.
You, I think I said this last week, or maybe Jillian said it, but whatever.
It's one and the same.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was going to say. I think I can speak for everyone. Like, we can see such a positive change in you. Like, not that you were ever negative, but like, I can tell. Like,
Shift.
yeah. Oh, major, yeah, shift. That's a good word. Major shift. Like, in your body language, the way that you talk, the way that you're posting, like, it's amazing. It's been a really cool thing to like watch and be a part of. Like, as this team, I think that we can all like just see like some amazing things coming your way. Amazing things have already come your way, but yeah, I love it. It's been really cool for me to see, and I think everyone else can attest to that.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much.
Yay, you're welcome. I'm so happy this served some, like, well, you guys, in your own way.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, like, what if we made the true changes for ourselves? What if we unlocked who we truly were? How would we better show up for our children, our families, our challengers? What if we stopped trying to do things a certain way because network marketing tells us to do that, or because my job tells me to do that, or because my sister tells me to do that? What if we really started showing up in our truth, in that aligned truth, and taught the world from that place? Right? You guys, I do the work that I do because I want my children to grow up in a world where they can release fear, where they can know who they truly are, where they walk around saying that they are magic, miracle, love, and themselves, and know it and mean it and feel it, and they don't lose it. That's why I do this work. And we've all got the ability to do that. This goes so much deeper than just trying to sell somebody Shakeology. You've got the capacity to change your life. You've got the capacity to allow for yourself to be the center of the ripple effect. That's inspiring. You don't want to send out 3 invites? Fine. But also, is that going to limit the amount of ripples that you put out there? Maybe. Different way of looking at it. You're here for big things, you guys. You know that. So I encourage you to go through the exercise that Jess said. Look at your fears. What are they? Call them by name. Release the ones that don't serve you. Work on the ones that are, release the ones that you can quickly release. Work on the ones that you can't. Lean in for help. Post in the team page. Tag us. Send us a message. Hire a coach. Go to therapy. Whatever it is you feel like you need to raise who you are and bring her out, do it. I know, right? I feel like I need to have like outro music for this call tonight. Oh, you guys, I love you so much, so much. Jess, that was amazing. Thank you for bringing it.
Yeah,
It's a pleasure.
incredible, like amazing. You'll be getting like 1,700 messages from me, by the way, in like the next week. So prepare. I'm gonna be like, so here, I'm gonna need you to coach me through this.
Yeah,
Talk me off the edge.
that's what I'm here for.
Oh my gosh, I just love you.
Dude, all I have to say is,
you, Erin. I've loved you for 3 years, almost 4.
I know, so crazy.
I know, almost 4. Yep. Holy
Oh
crap.
yeah, it's your anniversary month, E.
It is. I know, and how great is that? That this just happens to be the month where I'm like, hey everyone, guess what? I'm back. Like, oh my goodness, perfect. It's the perfect way to start it off because it's all new and it's all fresh.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Not
I love
coincidence.
all right.
Okay. All I have to say is wait till October 13th. Like, seriously.
I'm already so excited.
Oh my gosh. There are going to be VIP ticket options and general admission. So lots of really good stuff. Okay, you guys, Jess, you're amazing. Thank you. I'll post the link, you guys, when I have that, and you can squeal about my speakers and the whole thing, and we'll go from there. Go get 2B mindset. Go change your life. Love you.
Love you. Bye, guys.
Bye.